We call it Playbook One, your retirement paycheck. And this is where we make formal recommendations as to how to organize your savings and investment portfolio to meet your ongoing budget and lifestyle needs. And so we start that with defining how much liquid, available, and safe money we want to have set aside just in case. And that just in case could be for a family financial crisis. That just in case could be for the basement floods or the roof caves in. That just in case could be a market retreat that is substantial and earth-shattering to that couple. We want to set aside a reasonable amount of money so that they can sleep at night knowing that regardless of what happens in the market, we're going to be just fine for at least the next 2 to 3 years. We then will walk them through a plan and a strategy to allocate their portfolio in the market. So we have the cash we call the store. That's the first bucket. Now we're talking about the market. We call this the explore. This is where we're exploring in the market for two things. One, growth. Two, income. We need to grow the wealth because the cost of living continues to go up. So whatever your paycheck is today, I can guarantee you're going to need more in 5 or 10 years. So
Mhm.
the economic imperative is that your portfolio continues to grow. The second element is generating cash flow from that portfolio. So we essentially become the deliverer of your paycheck and we systematically pull that from your market explore portfolio, right? And as you said earlier, Kevin, 3 out of every 4 years, your portfolio's up. We're taking cream off the top, all good. 1 out of every 4 years, the market's down. We have already established our store, our cash. We can weather that storm. And so we have those two complementary elements already working in your plan. But what happens if we run into like the worst case scenario? And what would be the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario would be I'm out of cash. I have no liquidity in the middle of a bear market. Now what? What am I going to do now? So knowing that that's a possibility, maybe not a probability, but it's possible. We create the third leg of the retirement income plan we call the core. And so it's another element of low or no risk savings that we can retreat to supplement the explore when the market's down. So when our clients take a step back, they now have multiple players on their team, each player with a specific role and responsibility and a strategy for both bear markets and bull markets. And then we, their partner in this, can help them make the right choices, select the right bucket, maneuver between the elements so that they have control when, again, the market and the world around us is very much out of control. And when they go through a market cycle, when a client goes through a really good time and then a bad time and then back out the other end, they realize that that preparation meant that they weren't surprised, right? The volatility came, they had a plan, they had a partner, and ultimately had more wealth and confidence on the other end.
And this is where you see, say, it's a client with a $2 million portfolio. Between they had a traditional 401k, they had a Roth IRA, they had a joint brokerage account. This is where we really dig into the timing, source, and sequence of how they're going to generate $100,000 a year to sustain their lifestyle. And when that light bulb goes off of, oh, that's how I get the 100,000. And that's ultimately how I'll get the 100,000 in good times. And that's how I'll get the 100,000 in bad times. It starts to build that confidence. And we often see that retirement timeline creep up a little bit. It was like, I was thinking 65, maybe 67, honestly, because I had no clue how to pull from this. But now that I have a little bit of a plan, I think I could make this work a little bit sooner.